So um, we did we did a lot of cutting last night, and this is what we have so far. Um, I was offline most of the time because it was quite long. The whole thing took about like I think 3 hours, even more. Um, so, but I took some um, time lapse, some videos of what I was doing. So let me just go give you an idea what was going on last night. Yeah. So here we were cutting the mounting holes that will allow us to mount this whole plate on onto the rig. You can see we made it like a slot, more of a slot. Somehow it's about an inch. Um, so this gives us a little bit of allowance, so um, it would fit any any rig, you might say. But that also gives you a way to like move it up and down um, when it's installed, or rather backward and forward. But an inch is just, I don't know if that's even gonna help. If you need to move it further, then you might need to adjust um, the rig itself. Like in my case, it's an extrusion, aluminum extrusion rig, 3060. I'm using a 3060, not exactly a 40 series. For me, the 30 series is good enough. It's rigid enough. It can take the wheelbase, um, my motion rig. It's, I mean, the motion platform. It can handle it without much difficulty. I don't see any flexing at all. So I'm using a 3060, and in my case, I can just move that around. So here's the part where we're cutting the whole outline of the pedal base. That's a good thing about CNCs. It's going to be perfect, meaning perfect according to how you designed it, um, to the very millimeter. Um, Before, I would normally would probably just use an angle grinder to cut this, and then use drills. Just drill the holes. Hand tap um, all the holes to put an M6 thread there. But no, for one, that's going to be a lot of work, and the precision would definitely be off. So here, um, all those holes, I added I added threads to them. So unlike most pedal plates, which will require you to have like a bolt and nut, it's going to be, I mean, I don't think that's the best way to do it. Like if you're using bolt and nuts for your pedal plate, for one, you have to countersink it at one side, I mean the bottom side most probably, so it's going to be flat. And or you'll need a nut on one side and the bolt on the other side, which means you need to have access on both sides. So what I decided to do is just have an M6 thread. Maybe later I can do an M8. But for now, I think the M6 works just fine for my pedals. So it's the holes are threaded. I made several holes, so that gives you options to move the pedals sideways, um, just to according to how you want it. Yeah. So here's the final cut. Uh, yeah. So I was saying, as I was saying, so I added thread so that your M6 can just um, grab the thread on the plate. You don't need any nuts behind it. So it's easier to assemble and disassemble. Like you don't need to have access to the bottom side. Okay, so that's the whole idea. Yeah. So what you're seeing here, let's move ahead. Yeah. So look at that. That's precision. I like that. Yeah, you can see the threads here. Imagine if I had to do that one by one. It's gonna take a while. And in my experience, I was using hand taps. Um, actually, I used to drill, but I would break most of them. Like, I guess it's the speed, it overheats, the tool becomes brittle, and usually when I do it in aluminum, it just gets stuck. Uh, but in this case, went well, and it's quite fast. Like, took less than, I mean, to make those taps, it's about, like, you see that? Takes about um, 10 seconds. Yeah, about 10 seconds per hole. Unlike my experience using a drill, usually takes longer. And of course, the consistency would not be the same. Okay, so let me just move over to the end here. It's okay. So the whole thing, I mean, the cutting part took like 2 hours and 18 minutes. So it's quite long. Yeah, because it's a 6 millimeter thick aluminum, and well, I could have done it faster, I guess, if I used the higher feed rates. Like I think it can still handle it. Maybe up right now I use 300, but I'm guessing even at 500 it can still manage that. But you know, I was just playing safe. I'm not used to cutting this big and this thick of aluminum, so and I think well, the 300 works. So that's what I did. So now, what do we do now? So we're done. Hold on. Did you even see the video? Hmm. Supposed to. What the? It didn't show the video. Why? Oh, so I was talking while you're not seeing the video. That's just great. Hold on, let's see. Maybe I can just do a quick one on that. Why? It's a QuickTime player. I only have one QuickTime player window. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. Yeah. And if I play this, it's still not playing there. And I wonder why. Ugh. Boo, 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 boo. Now why didn't it play? That really sucks. Hold on. See if I can get that going. Sorry for wasting your time if you didn't see it. Oh. No. QuickTime player. And I don't see the QuickTime player. App capture. Ugh. Okay. It's there. So let's see if it plays this time. Okay, it's playing. Yeah. Hate that. Hate that. How do we deal with this? How do we deal with this? Okay. So going back. So there, that's the part that we cut the mounting holes to the rig. That way you can attach it to the rig easily with only 4 thumb screws. I'm gonna use thumb screws. Made it to a 1-inch slot, so that way you have some allowance. Like if it doesn't fit the rig well, at the same time you can move it backward and forward just an inch. But if you need to move it more, then you have to move. You have to adjust the rig. Okay, let's skip ahead. Okay, so here's the profile we're cutting. Okay. Yeah, blue, I told you about it. So, yeah, well, how CNC is much better in doing this kind of a job than doing it manually using an angle grinder and drill. No, that's a bad idea. Okay, speed it up a little. Yeah, yeah. So let me speed it up a little. Yeah, here. This is where we build it off. See that? See that nice sharp cut? Wow, just love it. And you can see also the thread I did on the holes. Let me show you that. Yeah, yeah, I think you can see it from here. Yeah, those are the threads. Imagine if I had to do them one by one. Okay, so I guess, yeah, took that long, 2 hours, 18 seconds, 18 minutes, sorry. Okay, now, um, let me show you, or rather, what do we do from here? What do we do? So what I'm going to do is now do chamfering. There will be chamfering. So we will be using Fusion 360. In this case, I decided to use another chamfering tool. Normally I'd use this one. Do you see it? Not sure if you do, but wait, let's see. Find out. Don't want to waste your time again. Chamfering. Nope. It's not updating again. So let's restart capture. Okay, there you go. Okay, so we go back to the pedal base. Let's display the pedal base. Pedal plate there. Yeah. So this is what we've been working on. Okay. Yep. So we've done this. We've cut the whole thing. Now I'd like to chamfer it. Chamfer puts, just to give you an idea. Oh, sorry, I'm not in design mode. Yeah, it cuts the corner so that it's not too sharp. That's how I'd put it plainly. But in a very nice way. So, for here, I need to define a new tool. A new chamfering tool. Because this time, let me get my tool. Where's my tool? Oh, there you are. Right. So let's maybe turn on the camera for that. I'm gonna add an ND isource, existing one there. No, but it's, wait, let me get that camera. Hold on. Oh, so you can see how I'm measuring the tool. So this is the tool I'll be using. Where's the camera? Oh, come on, show me. Yeah. So this time it's going to be an 80-degree engraving tool. So what I used to have is a 60 degree. So that one kind of um, I don't know how you call it. It's too shallow. I don't know. It's hardly noticeable. So I'll change this with a new one. Okay, so I'm gonna make a new tool. And this is going to be I think it's just hold on. Let me measure it. The base is, well, it's a 4 millimeter. You see that? 4 millimeter. That's probably a 3. Yeah. So let's put those numbers in. Like, let's first call this what? 4. Was it a 4 again? Yeah, it's a 4. It's a 4. 4 by 80 degrees. By 0.1. Okay, let's give the measurements. Okay, chamfer, number of flutes, 2. Okay. Diameter. Let's take the diameter from here, which I guess is also 4. Yeah, it's a 4. 4. Shaft diameter is also 4. Tip diameter is 0.01. Overall length is 38. Let's say 39. 30. Yeah, it's a 39. 39. Length below holder. I'd say 22. Yeah, or 25. Shoulder length. Yes, of course. Shoulder is where begins 22. Yeah. Nope. Where is it? There. Yeah. Yeah, 22 is safe. Yeah, there. 22. Flute length is, I think we measured this already. It's about 3. Yeah. Not really sure. It's not easy. You know, others would use a microscope to do this. 3.5. Angle. the taper is 40 degrees. So it's an 80 degree. And there you go. I don't know what a gauge length is. Oh, there. No, never mind. Actually, I wouldn't know. Okay, so that's what we're gonna use. Chamfer. Let's just put this back. Get it ready for later. Whew. Okay, cutting feed rate. Yeah, let's make that 300. Yeah. Geometry. Yep. That's still right. I think this is where we define that's the offset. Okay, clearance. It's all 0.4. I think that will do. That should do. Now, let's save this to our CNC. This will be pedal plates number 6. It's gonna be the last one. Okay, so let's get there. Let's go there to our CNC. Just wait here while I set it up. Okay, I'm gonna need to just where's my Google Drive? Google Drive, where are you? There you are. Pedals plate 6. Copy. Upload. Okay. It's there. So we're gonna go straight to our turn on. That's the chiller. Sorry. So that's the chiller. And this is our CNC. Turn it on. It's on. Turn our jog wheel on. Hit the reset. There. All set. Let's load the G code. I don't know if you can see it. It's a 40 degree, yeah, that's what we're working with. Okay. So let's replace our tool. This is not going to take long. Shouldn't. I was thinking on painting it black before doing the chamfer. That would make it really look nice. Like you'll have this really fine aluminum at the edges of the black plate, but you wouldn't want to paint you wouldn't want to paint your pedal plate because you'd be stepping on it. It's gonna go through very rugged use, so you wouldn't want to paint it. Instead, you should anodize it. So anodizing gives it a color that's bound to the material itself. Unlike paint, it doesn't chip off unless you like scrape it off, you might say. Okay, so it's here. Let's set the height to 0. Are you seeing it? Yeah. Okay. Move it inside. Then move the Z down. That's the Z axis. Slow, small movements till the paper barely moves. Okay, so that is our 0. Yeah, lift it up, move it high. Then we begin. Give you a nice view of what we're about to do. Okay, I don't think we'll be needing the colors. Nah, let's just keep it there for now. And let's go. Cycle starts now. fast. I'll move it down a little. And I think, I don't know, it has to move faster or what. It's barely touching it. Yeah. I think it's the height. Because see, oh, that's too high. Blah. Not touching it at all. Let it go for one round. Well, obviously it's not level. I mean, the bed is not level. Wow, that's very high. Hmm. But if I adjust it, sorry, if I adjust it, maybe, maybe I can like loosen this so that that part goes up higher. That's an idea. You the one move that. Because it seems this part is higher than that. That's not good. That's not good. Okay, let's wait for it to get around and we'll adjust the height. Not exactly what I wanted, but what will happen probably is this will have a deeper cut than that side over there. And yeah, I can try to adjust the height, but I don't know if that's a good idea. I mean, if it's even worth the effort. I can also just file it, like who would even look at it. Yeah, I think it's too high. My zero is too high. Or maybe it was my setting. No, I think I'm gonna stop it here and adjust. Okay. So let's move the zero. Yep. Okay. I moved it down by about 8.8 millimeter. Let's see how that would look. Bring it up. Okay, go. Rewind and start again. Increase the speed. Oh, yeah, that should be 15,000. The speed was too low, that's why there were some jagged edges. Smoother now, but still too high. Let me stop it here. Adjust the height. Okay. Run the spindle. I think we can still bring it down lower. Okay. It's cutting, so let's start again. Yeah, that's one way to do it. I already raised it really high. Or maybe the bit. No, 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 no. Not good. What? What? I raised it here. Maybe I'm gonna loosen the other sides as well. Hmm?
Tingin mo mata.
Hmm.
Ilaw pa yung kulay.
Wow.
Kamusta yung laman? Malambot ba? Okay lang ba yung laman? Malambot?
Hmm.
Hmm? Ay, tama na yan sa'yo. Mamaya kakainin mo isda tsaka gulay. Sa'yo, sa'yo nga yun.
Hmm.
Kamusta?
Very good.
Good? Tikman mo. Kung hinahanap akong lasa, nalagay ko yung atay. Ayun pala yun! Yun pala yun, mga atay.
It's not tight enough. So what? Did I just? So that's why. It was loose, so it's moving up. I thought. Ah. Okay. In that case, we need to move it down a bit again. Zero. Okay, move it up. And let's do this again. Rewind. Start. Wait, just the speed. 50,000. Whoa, that's wild. Ugh. Did I bring it that low? That's loud. That's loud. Let's go on. Let's raise it up a little. It's getting too deep again. Bring it down to 0. Raise it a bit. Alright. It's not cutting at 0, it's going to bring it down, of course. Yeah. Spindle. And resume. No. No. That was wrong. Hello?
Hello, sir. Good afternoon po.
Oo.
Sir, kayo ba yung stock na delivery?
Oo.
Yung Bautista?
Oo, andyan kaya?
Balik na magbayaran sila? 3,625? Yung traffic check?
Oo.
Yung papasok?
Oo, yung papasok. Asan ba kayo?
Dito po sa labas po.
Ayan, yung may white na nakaparadang flyers.
Opo.
Ayan. Medyo mabit yata yan, no? Mga
Sige po.
mahal yung pambayad. Ay, mahal ni... Dito kaya. Magkano nga? Teka. Teka lang.
Credit card.
Dali Oo, ilagay mo na lang. Ito lang yung tele. Sorry about that. Got a delivery from China. Okay, so we got this already. Gonna take it out. And no, I think I'm gonna do some more pass just to smoothen these edges. But I need to go for now. Need to pay for that delivery. Okay, see you.